My name is Michael Gordon White, and welcome to Candid Street. In this video, I'm going to be talking all about mall entrances. Now, when you hear mall entrances, you may be thinking, what could possibly be exciting about this location? Fair question, but the answer has to do with knowing your city, and you'll have to do some research. Look at Google Maps, where it shows not only the street names, but more importantly, it shows the names of locations as well as the type of location. This is really helpful, but you have to be looking at the location names from the perspective of finding people. Ask yourself, what do people like to do, as well as what do they need to do? As an example, I know that anytime after 4 p.m. during the week, if I'm on the streets directly north of Union Station, where thousands of people are rushing to get to the trains, I'm likely to get run over by a crush of people doing one thing together, trying to get to their train on time. I've tried to work this situation, but not with much success. It's hit or miss. Most of the time, I try to avoid the area at this time of day. But as for mall entrances, what do people love to do? They love to shop. That's right. There will always be a steady stream of people coming and going around a mall entrance. They're usually carrying lots of shopping bags, which sometimes can be annoying because they can be very distracting in a photograph, especially if they are a bright color or if they have bold graphics. I've learned to accept this, and I've actually used it to my advantage, as you will learn later in my upcoming video series on the types of shots to look for. But what I'm trying to demonstrate here is that you will always find people around the entrance of a big shopping mall. Now, don't get me wrong here. I'm not talking about going to some Walmart parking lot and hanging out around the front entrance. That would be weird. What I'm trying to describe here is that every big city typically has this popular downtown area with lots of fancy places to shop, lots of nice restaurants to relax at, and maybe a cool plaza to take in some festivities. That's where you find the people. That's what I'm talking about. In my location, right downtown, we have this popular and massive shopping center. And no matter which entrance I happen to be at, I will always find lots of people, because there is so much to do in this part of the city. This mall also happens to be situated next to a popular city plaza that always has something happening during the summer months. This kind of location is a great place to stop at during your photo walk. And when it comes to mall entrances, people are not just going into the mall or coming out. For the most part, I see people just hanging around the outside of the entrance. That's the kind of situation I take advantage of. They're either waiting for someone they're meeting there, or they're outside having a smoke, waiting for a cab, or doing whatever. It's just another great people watching location, or better yet, a location where I've had plenty of success with making some pictures. But this isn't just a good location for street photographers. It also works great for buskers. You will always find lots of buskers around a popular area like this, and for good reason. They're just after the same crowd as I am, except they're there to hustle. But this is a good thing, as it attracts a big crowd that are only interested in one thing, being entertained by all these very talented buskers. And for the most part, they're completely oblivious that I am right there alongside of them taking pictures. I'll explain more about this situation later, but for now, I just want you to know to pay attention to this kind of location. You will always find lots of people and lots of opportunity to make some great candid portraits. It's definitely a hot spot. Everybody loves to hang out downtown. But one thing to note is that shooting inside the mall is typically off limits, as I don't consider this street photography. Stay out on the streets and leave the shoppers to their privacy in the malls. Don't worry too much, as you're likely to see them again when they're done shopping, coming outside of the same entrance and headed back home. It's funny how often this happens. That is, if I've stayed long enough in one location, which is something I don't tend to do. But sometimes there is just so much happening that I will work the scene for an extended time. And I've become very skilled at doing this without drawing too much attention to what I'm actually doing, taking pictures. Alright, so in your area, check out Google Maps for locations. Just think to yourself, where will I find people? The more you have this on your mind as you plan for your day out to practice candid street photography, the easier it will become for you to capture some great shots. When I hit the street, none of what I do is random. I know exactly where to start, and I have multiple locations where I know I will find lots of people, depending on the time of day that I am out. I've given this a lot of thought, but more importantly, I've learned from my past successes. I hope that these pictures you are viewing have given you some inspiration and an idea of what you can expect. Okay, that's it for now. I do hope you found this helpful. If you did, please give it a like, please subscribe, and please turn on notifications. There's lots more to come. Thanks for watching, and see you again on Candid Street. Be safe and take care.